G'day guys, my name is Lord Tomo. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collective review. As you know, I'm Lord Tomo. We have the blue sticker got a Sonic the Hedgehog. He is going to be somewhat not helping me directly review his companion from the much controversial game, which is, I'll just see if I can zoom this in perfectly, the Sonic the Hedgehog from Sonic Boom. Now, say what you will about the game, which, to be quite frankly, if my 2 cents review on that, which I may or may not review down the track. It's not a bad game. It has its hiccups, but it's generally not a big game. But that's besides the point. The merchandise for the actual Sonic Boom end of the series is remarkably and superbly well done. This is one of many merchandise that has been released, predominantly by Tommy itself, which is over here. Now, for those who may not know, Tommy have created a vast array of Sonic merchandise back in the 90s. For whatever reason, they, I don't know, stopped purchasing the license or whatever the cause may be. I'm sure there's a valid reason. They picked up the recreation or relicensing of Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, and of course they decided, you know what, let's create more. They became an official partner of Sega of sorts and created the merchandise, the official merchandise of the Sonic Boom game. And to say the least, the figurines and also the plush themselves are superbly well done. So let's get, of course, to the actual review itself and go from it. So let's zoom in. Of course, you have your standard obligatory eyes. Awesome, well done. They look like they're actually stitched in. Definitely, they're not like sticker based, which is awesome. His nose is just there, pretty static. My one tilts to the left, right, depending on how you view it. It's not generally bad, it's just, it is what it is. You have his little ears, well done, and his fur is very uncompared to, let's see if I can get my other one, the one. As you can see, the fur texturing is a little darker opposed to the lighter version of Sonic, which isn't bad. It gives it its own unique characteristics of sorts, kind of differentiates from a different universe, not bad. One of the major concerns that I thought that I would have had was the actual spikes itself, but as you can tell, his spikes are done well, superb. Each single of his quills are well stocked in its entirety, so it gives it that, you know, oomph effect, so it's not your flimsy little, you know, quill that you normally get. You also have his obligatory tails and these two little wing-based quills, if you can really call it that, whose overall back is done so well. Now, of course, if you move it around, you have his stitched on smile, awesome, done, and you have his scarf, which a lot of people have an issue with. I don't have an issue with it personally, but it is what it is. You have his hand, which, granted, I would have preferred it otherwise, but it is what it is. It's literally just a cushion-based, not cushion, a stitching based hand, which basically has 3 stitches to signify his fingers. I would have preferred single fingers of sorts, but of course that would have been too much, too cost effective and all that sort of stuff, which isn't bad. And of course you have his wrappings there. Bad, it's just single laid material, which has, like, I think, just, I can't tell if it's a stitched on line to give it that bandage effect or if it's part of the design of the actual material. Can't say, can't really say, to be sure. They're both present on both lines, which it is what it is. Of course you have his feet, which, to be honest, I get how and why it works. It just bothers me, it just looks completely off. Of course, it's well stuffed with its cotton, I think they have in cotton, and you have the same material used around his wrist that gives it the bandage effect. It just looks misplaced of sorts. I don't know, it just looks, it's a plush, which, it's not bad, it's just, I don't know, it just gives it an off feeling. But that's his feet. It does his job, which is ideally what it's meant to do. And you have his stomach. Of course you have his obligatory tag, which is on the side here, which is says Sonic Boom, and he has various other little things to it. And of course you have the logos, but that's the actual logo of the Sonic Boom. And of course you have his other tag, which says Sonic Boom at the top, and he has just a bunch of information over there, which more or less says, yeah, just cite you to the website and all that sort of stuff, which isn't bad. The only downside that I would think that I have this of this plushie itself, and it's not really a downside in the conventional sense, it's me just being a nitpicky little person. All my plushies, I always like them to have the tag on their actual tag on this part, away from the face, because this does look pretty stupid, of course, from a display point of view, which I get why they did it to an extent, maybe just to remove it. Rarity purposes, I have absolutely no idea, but it is what it is. So how much I get? I think it was $10 all up. I got this in a package. I got a copious amount of Sonic Boom merchandise, which of course I will review down the track. Just a lot of things happening, so bear with me. And there was a tail version of this, and there's a bigger version that's voice automated and all that sort of stuff. It's not a bad plushie. Look, to be honest, if there's any merchandise that you really want to collect to commemorate even the Sonic Boom universe, or just for you to collect in terms of, you know, just Sonic merchandise, definitely pick this one up. This is one of the better plushies in my honest opinion. The bigger, more deluxe versions, those ones are always going to be the better ones because more details and all that sort of stuff. But this, it's really growing on me. I really love it. It is. I'm gonna have it displayed with my other ones, of course, when the time comes. But yeah, $10, rarity 1 star of 10. Easily you can pick them up. They're pretty official. Will they be rare down the future? Who knows? Plushies for Sonic tend to increase astronomical in terms of price range. You can pick it in most retailers. I know in the UK, Europe, and America. I've picked up on you can pick this up. I picked this up on my eBay here in Australia, which is awesome. But yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Thank you for checking out this review. Let me know what your thoughts on this. Do you like him? Do you hate him? It's a well done plushie. I'm really surprised, to be honest. Anyway, take care, speed on, and peace.